Some time ago, I already introduced you to this practical device from Makita, the auto-feed screwdriver DFR550. Basically, one could say it's a solid device with sufficient power for their usual tasks. But in today's video, we're not focusing on this model. No, instead, we'll be testing its numerical and hopefully performance successor, the DFR551. What we can expect from this auto-feed screwdriver, what it has to offer, and how it performs in the test, we'll thoroughly examine in today's video. Therefore, I'd say let's not waste any time. Let's start right after the intro. If you haven't done so already, then quickly subscribe to this channel now and activate the bell to not miss any future videos. You can find the current prices to support this channel below in the video description. Thank you for your contribution, and let's get started after the intro. If you're in search of a solid cordless auto-feed screwdriver, you might have already seen the video about the Makita DFR550. If not, you can watch that video again. I'll link it for you in the top right corner on the info card. Now, in today's video, we're focusing on Makita's successor, the DFR551. Another 18-volt cordless auto-feed screwdriver where hopefully not only the number has been incremented by 1, but also the performance and additional features have been optimized. What we can truly expect from this new auto-feed screwdriver, what it has to offer, and whether it's worth investing in or not, we'll thoroughly examine together in today's test. Therefore, let's start directly with the contents of the package and see what goodies come with this model. From the product box, we received the whole stack of paper in multiple languages. Then, a small bag with small accessories follows. These include a belt clip and 2 long bits. And finally, in the product box, of course, the actual auto-feed screwdriver, the DFR551. Additional accessories such as a charger, 18-volt batteries, or even belted screws, we need to purchase separately with this solo variant. Links to these can be found below in the video description. Nevertheless, I find it quite practical that even with the solo variant, 2 additional long bits are included. This way, you have a small buffer right away in case the bits wear out over time. So at this point, therefore, let's now take a look at the actual auto-feed screwdriver, because I have to say, I was very surprised when I first picked it up that the device is so compact and slim. Especially when looking at the pictures, I thought the device was significantly larger and heavier. On the contrary, the auto-feed screwdriver, with a total length of around 370 millimeters and a net weight of approximately 1,570 grams, is, in my opinion, very slim. With a large 18-volt 5-ampere-hour battery attached, however, we come to a gross weight of approximately 2,200 grams, which, in my opinion, is still acceptable. Regarding the construction, a quick glance is enough to convince. The device is extremely precise and high-quality crafted. No plastic residues, no sharp edges, and even impacts. The housing, as we're accustomed to, is made of thick and robust plastic, while the gearbox is made of die-cast aluminum, which is not only higher quality, but also better at dissipating heat. But what is special, as already mentioned, in my opinion, is this simply unbelievably slim design, which is particularly visible when I've disassembled the screwdriver attachment. At the very bottom of the auto-feed screwdriver is now, who would have thought, of course, the battery. It's an 18-volt device, so we need an 18-volt battery of any capacity. Since the device doesn't need to deliver maximum power, a smaller battery, for example 1.5 ampere-hours, will certainly be sufficient if you want to have a particularly handy device, for example, to perform work on the ceiling or overhead. Directly above that is the base, where we can attach the included belt clip on the right and left, and then directly above that is also the main handle. Overall, I can say that the handle, in my opinion, is quite comfortable. It's sufficiently large, almost entirely rubberized for extreme non-slip grip, and the shape is such that you can safely hold the tool. However, I've noticed, due to the somewhat angular shape, especially here in the rear area, it can happen that with stronger pressure on the handle, which can occur, for example, with very long screws or hardwood, the handle may become slightly uncomfortable, especially with prolonged use. Otherwise, there's nothing to complain about so far. The most important controls, such as the trigger, the lock, and the forward-reverse switch on the top, everything can be easily reached and operated smoothly. Directly in front of that now is the gearbox, and underneath it is the built-in motor. As you can see, the Makita DFR551 features a brushless motor. This motor is not only beautifully compact and powerful, but also very efficient, as we'll see in the test later. The centerpiece of any auto-feed screwdriver, in turn, is now right in front of us, and that is the screwdriver attachment. The practical thing about the Makita DFR551, as already demonstrated, is that we can easily remove the entire screwdriver attachment with one hand. For this purpose, we find small locking mechanisms at the very back, on the right and left respectively. Just press them briefly, and then we can easily remove or change the entire screwdriver attachment. Directly below is the mounted cross bit with a length of 155 millimeters. What I find quite practical is that there are 2 additional spare bits included directly in the delivery. The screwdriver attachment is then mounted onto these bits. It's also made of aluminum, lightweight yet robust. As can be seen, the Makita auto-feed screwdriver DFR551 is designed for collated screws from 25 to a maximum of 55 millimeters in length. At the bottom, as can be seen, there's a large plastic guide. This guides the belt cleanly to the bit, preventing it from jamming or getting stuck. In this regard, I could not observe any complications during my practical test. Just like the predecessor model, the Makita DFR550 also has a practical screw length adjustment. With one hand, it's super easy to adjust the screw length from 25 to a maximum of 55 millimeters. This is obviously essential to prevent the screws from jamming during insertion. Another important feature is the depth adjustment. For this purpose, the Makita DFR551 has a fairly large black adjustment wheel directly under the screw guide. As you can see, directly above it also a small illustration with 2 screws and an arrow. This means that the further I turn this wheel forward, the deeper the screw will be sunk into the material. The principle of operation of a magazine screwdriver should be familiar to most. I press the head of the machine onto a solid surface. This automatically feeds the belt with screws, and the long bit sinks the screw into the material. This means I don't have to manually feed any screws here. It's all fully automatic, and whenever I press the screwdriver, a screw is sunk into the material. In practice, I tested the screwdriver with a freshly charged 5 ampere-hour battery using screws of different lengths on various hardwoods. Inserting the belted screws as well as adjusting the screw length posed absolutely no problem. Recommended, before starting to screw, a few test screwing should be performed in the same material to determine the perfect sinking depth. Then I started sinking a complete magazine of 30mm long screws into the wood. No problem so far. Only one screw didn't make it completely, probably due to a branch. I repeated the same procedure, but this time with the significantly longer 55mm screws. That means first adjusting the screw length, then determining the perfect sinking depth, and then I screwed 2 belts with 50 screws each, a total of 100 drywall screws, into the wood with the device. The results, as you can see, are quite impressive. Moreover, there were no difficulties with any of the 100 screws, and all screws were sunk nicely deep into the material, so performance-wise, definitely more than sufficient. For this reason, I pushed it to the limit and tested the magazine screwdriver on beautiful hardwood. Again, starting with the 35mm screws. Already, when adjusting the sinking depth, I noticed that the device struggled significantly. That means at the lowest setting, the heads were hardly sunk at all. That's why I set the sinking depth to the maximum, and even there it occasionally happened that the heads were not completely driven into the material. Overall, I can say that 35mm screws in hardwood are still possible. It's a different story with the 55mm screws, which I also tested in hardwood, and there I could see that the device has truly reached its maximum capacity. In this regard, I would say the results with the long 55mm screws in hardwood are only average, as not all screws are fully sunk anymore. By the way, after the test, the large 5 ampere-hour battery still showed 3 out of 4 bars, which surprised me a bit. But of course, due to the large 55mm screws, especially in hardwood, much more power is naturally required. Otherwise, I would say for this demand, it's definitely okay. Overall, I can say that the Makita auto feed screwdriver DFR551 has performed quite well in my opinion. The device is extremely lightweight, comfortable, and handy, and has enough power to easily sink long 55mm screws into normal wood without any loss of performance. Only in hardwood would I limit the device to a maximum of 35mm to continue achieving good results. So that's it from me regarding the Makita DFR551. What do you think of this device? Do you have any experience or open questions? Feel free to share it in the comments. I'm looking forward to your feedback. And thus, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please show it with a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel now and activate the bell to not miss any future videos. You can find the current prices to support this channel down in the video description. Thank you very much for your support, and with that, take care until next time. Goodbye.